Yes, so my people, welcome back to your neighborhood watch, where we discuss trending news, breaking news, activities around our neighborhood and all around the world. Whatever it is, let us discuss it here. So let's start with Oduneje. I'm sure a lot of us we know Oduneje, that pastor, that very funny pastor. Sometimes I've been dating saying be comedian, said you understand. Sometimes I think he's a comedian, but he makes sense, sometimes it does make sense really. So he has come out to encourage Davido regarding that Grammy award thing. He has told him that we shouldn't let that loss dampen his spirit. In fact, let me use his exact word. He said, "You are number one. Your life is an award." Your life is an award. Oh, that is a nice one. He now went on to say, he went on to say, "This is one of the brothers I love so much. Don't allow the ordinary somebody." He actually likes to use that word, somebody. Don't allow the ordinary somebody to come and begin to quench the fire in you. Don't go where you are not accepted. That's a good advice. Don't go where you are not accepted. And that's a very good one from Odiliji. I'm really pleased with him. He really made a good statement here. I think that's a good one. I'm sure Davido will get to hear this, and I trust Davido. He's a very good hit maker. By next year now, he will give us another hit. I trust him. Let's just keep our fingers crossed and wait for Davido's next album. We'll see what will happen. Anyway, from there we go over to BDM and B-Lord. These two people, I don't even know if they are catching cruise with us, because this is their fight. I don't know where it's heading to. Sometimes I feel it's not a fight. In fact, they're just enjoying themselves, these two people. At the end of the day, said they may even become best of friends because this is their fight. I don't understand. Davido received his container. His container landed, I think, yesterday. So he showed us a video where he was dancing, wearing Ishiago, this Igbo dress, wearing Ishiago, dancing, say container don't land, the container don't land. I was very sure then that he was actually referring to B-Lord, and through B-Lord knows that it was him he was doing that video for. So he came out to say that BDN is a middleman. Why is he a middleman? He should use his own money to import cars like another, because the time he was actually throwing shades at BDM, that does he have over to 1.2 billion or 1.8 billion to throw down a 40-foot container? Does he have 1.2 billion? Blah blah blah, his own money. So when he was surprised, he saw the BDM offload his container, and I said, BDM is a middleman, that is not his money. When he begins to use his money to import, then he's a big boy, then he has arrived. In fact, these two people, maybe they're just throwing shades at themselves to catch clouds. Who knows? Like that fight. Let's see the next one. Davido, VDM would reply him. That's one of the gist in the round. Then let us also talk about Naya. Naya, the girl that was bitten by a snake. Somebody came out to say that it was actually spiritual, that it was because of an altercation online, that she insulted an old woman online. Can you imagine? So he went ahead to tell people, advise them, do not say anything online. In fact, people to be careful what they say. She said it was an online altercation. So the Naga woman sent two Nagas. So what that whole Naga is, sent two Nagas to come and carry out the activity, which they carried out and concluded. That means to kill her. And then he said something that she was living on the second floor in her residence. So that was where got me. That she was on the second floor. So how did a snake or snakes climb first floor, second floor into her own apartment all the way from the ground floor? So who knows? Me, I don't know. That is what they have said. That is not ordinary, that is spiritual. But looking at it from that angle, how did a snake climb all the way from ground floor to the second floor? If you have an answer, please tell me on the comment section. Yeah, I don't know. That's what I've just come to put here. If there's anything to it, let us get to know as well. Then I want to also talk about a more serious issue here. There's a US worker, aid worker, Mr. Alex Barbie. He has come to accuse the government of not doing what they should do regarding Yelwata. Yelwata, that state, that community in Benue State that was attacked sometime last year, that over how many hundreds were killed. The guy is actually rebuilding the community now. So he said he has rebuilt a lot of houses and everything. People have even gone back to stay in those houses. That's the displaced families. They've gone back to these houses. So he came out to accuse the government that if anything happens to Yelwata again, that the government should be held responsible. That is their responsibility to protect the lives of their citizens. He now said that he wanted to rebuild the market. So they asked him not to. He asked them, okay, let us have your plan and your budget. let's rebuild it. They said no, do not rebuild. After a while, they now sent it. They said they were going to give him this plan in 2 days, but he kept calling them. 2 weeks passed, he still did not receive plan. Then later he now got a video recording that the plan for rebuilding of that market is 300 million. So the man screamed. I said 300 million, this is something I could use 50 million or 60 million to rebuild. So to him, he's accusing them of fraud, of overhyping the amount of money they will use. So he was saying that this is serious, anything that happens. But anyway, he said that America has coordinates of the society of that Yawata, that if anything happens to Yawata again, that we should hold them responsible, that they are watching them. That is, the man was really ranting on TV. He was really ranting. He was upset. In fact, he told him Nigerians they are serious. They are not serious people. How can he rebuild the market with 300 million when he can actually build with just 50 million or 60 million? That is what we see in Nigeria. And going over to Kwara State, this is a sad note anyway. It was said that over 75 people were killed by armed bandits. This thing, when will it stop, my people? When will this thing stop? Over 75 people were killed in Kwara State again. We just thank God anyway. We just pray that this thing stops. I just pray Nigeria will find a way to stop this banditry. That's so sad. And to another story, one man called Henry has duped a foreigner of over $2.5 million. They said he posed to be the one royalty king of Dubai. That he posed to be king of Dubai. So one thing led to the other. He started asking the woman to send money. The woman sent a total of $2.5 million. So he went on rampage, spending money, doing buying houses, traveling and everything. Then I think they said the governments of, because where they met, where he arranged the meeting was in the UK. So the governments of the United Kingdom and UAE are kind of investigating him. So I'm sure by the end, just like what happened in the Hush Puppy case, they will find him out. Because the man went about spending money, somebody else's money that he duped, $2.5 million. That's over how many billions of naira? This is serious. Nigerians, sometimes they use their brain to do bad. Meanwhile, that same brain, they can use it to do good. If you have such a functional brain, why don't you think of something that is going to be useful? Positive things that will be useful to you and your society. Meanwhile, you will not be using it for bad. That's not nice. Nigerians, let us think again. Let's try to do better for ourselves. Okay, another story is the Makoko demolition. I heard it has been halted by the government. So much talk on the Makoko thing. They've been forced. They had to bow to pressure and they stopped the demolition for now. But those that they demolished and made homeless, what happens to them? Well, we'll see what happens to them at the end of the day. For now, that is where we stop this our story. We'll bring you more stories later. Abeg, enjoy my videos, watch my videos, share, like and subscribe to my channel. We'll get better and we'll do better. Please support your girl. Have a good